See, not giving up is sometimes a good thing.
I don't know. It depends on timing, and I think it depends on perspective as well.
Okay.
I'll be framed properly now.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So today's visit is in the studio of Erno Enkenberg.
Yes.
And you are mostly a painter, right?
I'm mostly a painter, yeah. But I've been doing some installations in the past, but that's still like a long time ago. Yeah.
You're focusing on painting now.
Focusing on painting, yes.
And you're based in Helsinki. Are you from Helsinki?
Not originally. I'm from this little place called Hyvinkää, 50 kilometers from Helsinki. Yeah.
Oh, it's very close by, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. And now I live in Espoo. I've been living there since 2007.
Let's begin maybe with the space itself. Because you have a pretty generous studio.
Yeah, I mean, I think it always could be bigger.
For sure.
But it's never big enough. But I think it's a decent. I can do quite big work here. And
how big is it more or less?
I think it's 21 square meters.
21. It feels bigger.
Yeah, but I think it's the shape of the room or the proportions that it feels maybe bigger than it is.
I've noticed that a bit more square rooms feel bigger than if they are a bit more narrow and long.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Almost 6 years now.
Yeah. 6 years, it's been a while.
Yeah, hopefully, maybe another 6 years.
What do you like about it?
Because I live in Espoo, and then when I cycle to the studio, not in the winter. I mean, not every day on winter, but like spring and autumn, I cycle every day. So it's like the location is really good in that sense, and also it's close to the galleries. And if I need to get materials, it's like 20 minutes and I'm back in the studio with the new paint tubes or brushes or whatever.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
20 minutes if you take a slow walk, I'd say.
Well, yeah. And also like it's easy to reach for clients and curators and
Do you store all your works here?
Yeah, not in this room, but we have a separate storage.
I have separate storage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are several people here in this.
Yeah, we are 4 painters now in this corridor.
Yeah. And I could mention probably that I was here a few months ago when I did the episode with Eva-Rita Erola.
Yeah.
Who is your neighbor.
She's just behind the.
Yeah. So now I'm
behind
back.
the wall. Yeah. I mean, she's not there now, but.
Yeah. Generally.
Yeah, generally, yeah. And then there's Sami Havia and Aino Lintunen.
Okay. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I come back again one day.
Maybe. Yeah. 2 more artists.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you like about it the most? What's keeping you here?
Well, I mean, the colleagues. I've been together with Sami and Eva-Rita for 15 years now, so I think it's really nice to have this long-term close colleagues. I like the sort of feng shui of this room. It's good place to work.
It feels comfortable, yeah. It feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me then bring you back in time. before you were an artist, even when you were little, did you know always that you would be an artist? Or?
No.
How did things happen?
I was 16. I mean, I always. Yeah, I was 16 when I sort of found drawing. I mean, I had been drawing all my life when I was a kid. I was never good at it. I always had friends who were much better drawing, like I don't know, these whatever figures, heroes, Tarzan, and I don't know what else. We were drawing spaceships.
I was drawing Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, these things that that are important to us.
Of course.
I still do the same, but it's just a bit more complex, I think. Yeah. So I was in first year in high school. I had a really nice art teacher then, really, really nice. And she sort of, her presence inspired me. And then I found out about perspective, that you can just put these two dots and then connect the lines, and then you have like a image that
More believable.
yeah, and then I don't know, it started from there. I was drawing for a year or two, of course really bad drawings at first, but then I think I learned something, and then I started to paint with watercolor and gouaches, and then maybe I was 18 when I started to paint with oil colors. And my family is not artistic. For example, I never went to museum with my parents when I was a kid. So I sort of found out about it by myself. Like then I had a girlfriend who lived in Helsinki, and she was studying in Kallio High School or Kallion Lukio, and it's more like if you want to be an actor or.
That's more creative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but then so that was sort of how because I grew up in sort of very sort of middle class, maybe lower middle class family, and that this girl, my first girlfriend, was really important in that sense, that she brought this sort of other aspects, sort of non-mainstream aspects into my life. And then I started to draw and paint, and then I started to go galleries and museums. When I visited her in Helsinki, like almost every week I came here, and then on Saturdays I had to wait before she finished her work. She was working in a supermarket, and then I had like few hours going to galleries, and then I was sitting in cafes, of course, and drawing. And
Proper classical way.
Yeah.
And then you decided to go study that more seriously.
Yeah. First, I think it was a dream, not being an artist, but being an art student. And I applied to Academy of Fine Arts 4 times or 5 times, I don't remember, but at least 4 times, and I never even got into this entrance examination.
Oh God.
So it was really frustrating time. Then I got into free art school. I studied there for a year, and then I applied to.
The free art school is this for whoever might not know.
Yeah, it's painting school in Cable Factory.
Yeah,
But
it's not like academic institution. It's just.
Yeah, it's small independent school.
Yeah.
And now I teach there. I've been teaching there
Okay.
it's my 3rd year there. Yeah.
Cool.
But yes, then I applied to England, to London, Wimbledon School of Art, and Finland had joined EU in '95, so then it was sort of possible to study abroad. I mean, it didn't cost so much. I mean, practically, the education was free. And
In England, wow.
In England at the time, yeah.
Yeah, at the time for sure, because now it's probably
now it's
very
more
different.
expensive. Yeah, now it's more expensive. Yeah, but at the time it didn't cost anything. So, and I got in on my first try, and I mean, of course, it had been traumatic that I didn't get into Academy of Fine Arts here.
Yeah,
I was sort of traumatized.
for sure.
Young adult when I went to London. But then everything changed, because I mean, no one knew me there, so I could sort of
Be whoever you want.
yeah, I kind of forged a new identity. I mean, not very consciously, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I mean, this kind of a traumatic experience, because when I graduated high school, I wasn't sure exactly. I mean, I knew I wanted to study something with art, but I wasn't sure what. And in Bulgaria, there were several places where you can apply for different types of subjects.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was going to drawing lessons at the time, but there the exams are very specific for each place. So it's very recommended that you just focus on one and really prepare for that. But as I didn't do that, I was just like, I'm gonna just apply everywhere. Let's see who takes me. And nobody took me.
took you. Yeah.
Because you know it shows if you are really not yet very clear on what you want.
Yeah.
So I can relate.
And I'm really happy that I didn't get to Kuvataide Academy of Fine Arts. So I sort of had to go to London because I mean that sort of changed my life completely. That first of all, like moving abroad is a big thing. It changes you, and then I can't say the education there is better, but it's different, and that maybe suited me better. And of course, in a big city, you have
I mean, London of all places.
Yeah, you have more influences.
For sure.
More galleries and museums, and I think that being in the art school was sort of 50% of my education, and the other 50 is all these exhibitions I saw during the 3 years I lived there.
Yeah. So your family supported you in the decision to become an artist. They were. Yeah,
they never told me what I should do or what I shouldn't do, and I don't know if they should have told me, but
too late now.
Yeah, too late. Yeah, but they were generally really supportive. So at least I didn't get this sort of trauma that my parents were mad at me for being an artist.
Which is still good, you know. Some people do get that.
Yeah.
And after you did your bachelor degree there, what did you do?
Then I moved back to Finland. I was still was I 26 when I graduated? Yes, and I kind of thought that I'm gonna come back to Finland for for a short while, and then I'm free to go anywhere, maybe back to London. But then I just sort of settled down here, and of course I visited London several times, but I never moved back there or spent more than like a week there. Yeah. But that's like young person's perspective that everything is possible, and then you just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, until you do something, everything is possible.
Yeah.
If you take action in one direction, the others kind of fade away.
Yeah, and of course I've been thinking that should I have moved back there, would
it be a different life?
Yeah, but I think knowing that not too many of my sort of fellow students they are not practicing artists anymore, because it's such a hard life in a big city, and it's expensive, and it's really hard to be an artist. It's hard to be in Finland, but I think it's probably even harder in a big city.
I mean, you have probably more opportunities there, but also the amount of competition is insane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there are many artists here as well.
Yeah.
I found out.
Yeah.
With these episodes, And did you study in Kuva afterwards?
Yes, there was a 6-year gap, and then my friend Elina Tuhkanen, she applied there for MA, and she told me I should apply as well. And I was really, I had been in the 6 years before applying to Kuva. I had 3 solo exhibitions, but I had been working full time in design museum as a museum technician, because I didn't get any grants and I didn't sell my works, or only few, so I had to support myself somehow. So I had been like working in the daytime and painting in the evening and on weekends. So
I mean, this is pretty good job for a young person who is an artist.
Yeah. But it takes a lot of time. And then you go back to the studio in the evening. You're tired after working all day, and So I was in 2007. I was already I was thinking to give up, that I'm gonna do something else, change a career. But then my friend Elina said that, hey, let's apply to Kuvatada Academy. And I said, yeah, hey, but I have these issues that I applied there for 4 times. I didn't get into an entrance examination. And then, yeah, but
this time you did.
yeah. I got in on a first try, yeah. And then that kind of gave me some new energy and
Well, you managed to overcome that trauma by,
yeah,
facing it again and
Yeah.
winning this time. So yeah, that's great.
yeah.
I also got accepted eventually in the academy in Sofia.
Oh, how many tries?
No, actually the first time I didn't even apply to the academy. I applied to other places because I thought the academy is out of my league.
Yeah.
I couldn't. But then after a gap year where I studied something else, I focused on that and I applied and they took
Okay.
me. So yeah, it's in the focus. I found out.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and then you just became a painter,
Yeah. I mean,
independent artist.
yeah. I continued working in design museum for 2 years after my graduation. Like then I was working part time, and then 2011 I stopped there. I had an exhibition coming in TM Galleria, Painters Union Gallery, and I got my first grants for that exhibition, and I think the exhibition went really well, and that kind of encouraged me to go on.
Yeah, see, not giving up is sometimes a good thing.
I don't know. It depends on timing, and I think it depends on perspective as well. I mean, I don't yet know if I should have changed.
You will never know.
Well, yeah. I'm happy to come to studio. I'm inspired. I have new ideas, but yeah, sometimes it's just like, especially in sort of mid-December when it's really dark here. It's hard to believe that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
I mean, London isn't that much different from what I've heard,
Maybe, yeah.
in the winter, so would have been a bit similar.
Maybe.
What do you do now?
In 2011, for that Painters Union's gallery exhibition, I started this new process of working. So I started to make models, like scale models out of paper and cardboard, like a miniature film sets. And then I took a photograph of the model, and then I made a painting based on the model.
How did you decide to start doing that? How did you get to that process?
Well, because I had been painting from photographs, or used like a lot of photographs in the work before, but then quite often I was unhappy how the photograph was. Like I needed to.
Yeah, it's very flat, the photograph.
No, but like the composition or light, that because they were often like snapshots of different sort of everyday situations. But then I kind of figured out that okay, if I want to recreate this photograph again, that then I would need someone. If there's a person in the photograph, I need to sort of hire some actors, and then I need to, if I want to be specific with lights, then I would have to hire someone to to set the lights and whatever. So I like basically that kind of felt a bit too much.
So you always had this attitude to light, like this.
Yeah, because light is very important. Yeah, in painting. Yeah, and so basically that was like what Jeff Wall has been doing. So he makes this often what sort of complex setups for his photographs, but I think he has a different budget. I didn't have that budget, so
probably a little bit, yeah.
yeah. So then I thought that okay, I'm going to do it on a small scale because I had been I had been working in design museum, and they share a storage space with a museum of architecture. Actually, now they are like one museum, but at the time there were still like two museums. Design museum was separate from museum of architecture. Yes, but they had like a scale models of buildings. So I saw those buildings in the storage, and I thought, okay, these look interesting. And then I took snapshots of these architectural scale models, and then I got the idea that I could build them myself. And then I started to build models, and it involves not just the building, but also photographing the model and then the painting. So it's like it's a long process, and I think that making the model or building the model, that's the most creative phase of the process. So
Interesting. Do you keep those models still? Or?
I have just some fragments, because usually they were quite big, like 50, 60 centimeters by, I don't know, even 1 meter. So I don't have space to store. Yeah. And they were very fragile because they were made out of paper and just hot glue. Yeah. So it's just like hastily sort of put together. Well, I spend sometimes like weeks of making the model and then photographing it, and then another weeks making the painting. Yeah. But now I do it all digitally, like
in Blender,
this 3D modeling software, Blender.
Blender is like a godsend. It's
it's free.
I'm a big fan of Blender.
Yeah. So I spend sort of half of my time in front of the screen making the models, and then half is spent in
front of the canvas.
Front of the canvas, yeah.
Do you do prints again in between prints, or do you just look at the screen and then paint from that?
Yeah, sometimes I take prints, or sometimes I project.
We do have prints on.
Yes, but I have these. Yeah, these are just sort of. These are sketches or unfinished sort of projects, and they are just there for inspiration. Yeah, to remind that, okay, I might want to work with that or that in the future. Yeah.
And I mean, now with Blender, you are able to do the human figures probably a lot easier. How are you doing that when you were still doing the paper models?
Well, that was the problem. I tried to make these little like figures out of paper, like made out of sort of polygons. That
Lo-fi.
yeah, but it was really hard. I mean, I bet there are some people who can do it, but I'm not like skilled enough with my hands or patience.
I mean, that would have been a whole artwork in itself. Just
maybe,
just that model.
yeah. And now it's much easier to, well, first of all, to include like people, but also because I don't model everything. I mean, I hardly model actually anything. I use like available models from internet, like 3D
There's
models.
There's like ocean of those.
Yeah. So it doesn't make sense to spend so much time with that. So I just basically put things together, and then I model something if I need to do it. But
Yeah, and your practice is figurative.
Yeah.
There's maybe you have works that don't have a person in them, but I guess majority of them do have it.
Yes. I think. For me at the moment, human figure is the most interesting thing in the paintings, because I think it tells something about us humans, and that's what interests me.
How do you choose what kind of figure to do? Like, who are these people?
Oh, I don't know. I think they are mostly regular people, just normal people. They they are not any particular persons, but they are more like a sort of general idea of people. Yeah, and maybe I think most of them are sort of my alter egos. Like I have several alter egos.
Classic.
So. Yeah.
If you were doing the model, why do you, where does the need to paint it come from?
I don't know. Actually, I know. Because I've been doing it for a long time, so I have to know. First of all, photograph and paintings are very different type of images. I mean, the other option, what I have been doing is I've been making prints out of these models, like renderings, yes. And I think that's actually what I would like to do more. But every time I suggest it to someone, to curator or my gallerist, they just say that please do paintings. We don't like the prints.
I mean, yeah, in the painting you can kind of feel the strokes, see a little bit of the brush and the paint. I mean, not like your paintings are very polished, maybe not so much in your paintings, but it's a bit different.
Yeah, but it's still different. Like I try to make my paintings in a way that they don't look so much painted, that the material is not emphasized, but the picture or the subject is more emphasized. But still, I think there's a lot of value in painted pictures rather than
just prints,
picture produced some sort of mechanical or optical means. And
aura of the work or something.
Yeah, and also like the time that it's spent with the painting. I think it somehow it shows. And I mean, I don't say that painting is better than photograph, not at all, but it's just
it's a different view.
It's a different, yeah.
So what are the main themes that you think about or explore?
Yeah, at the moment it's these people going through different things, walls, paintings, and
where are they going to?
I don't know. I don't think that's the main thing where they're going, but the idea that they are going somewhere, they are leaving this reality and going into somewhere else. That's what is important. And then you can of course like ask why they are leaving, what's their motivation, and
they look pretty eager to go. Yeah, we're looking at two of those.
Yeah.
From our perspective now.
Maybe that's my alter ego, that I want to go somewhere.
You just were somewhere, by the way, like recently. I mean, we've been talking about having this meeting for a bit.
Yes.
And you were in China this year?
Yes, I was in Hangzhou. I had my first exhibition in China, in place called R Gallery, ARR. R. Yeah. I don't know where the name comes from. I never found out, but I had.
Yeah, and then how was that experience?
Well, it was also my first time in China, so it's different. Maybe not so much like as having an exhibition than it is to have exhibition here or somewhere else. I think it's always pretty similar, you know. I mean, it's always the same type of walls, and you put the work up, and.
But is the work seen differently than if it would be here?
I think so, yes. But it's hard for me to say how, like, Chinese audience see my work, because I didn't get any sort of straight feedback. Yeah, but there was 10 painting in the exhibition, and it was like a collection of paintings from different periods. So the oldest work was from 2014. So, but it was nice to see these all works in sort of 10-year time span, that they actually worked pretty well together, and even the oldest work, they kind of looked fresh, which was surprising. And because I was a bit sort of maybe questioning that should these older works be shown, but I was really happy that they were there, because then it gave me a little bit of perspective, that that I mean, often like paintings done 2 or 3 years ago, they feel like they are in the past and they should stay there, but
I mean, that's maybe also because you have spent so much time with them, you're so used to them.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But now that I had a few years that I hadn't seen the work like hanged on the wall, so I was surprised that it all worked really well together.
Well, congrats on that.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm curious also because I just was also in Hong Kong for a month, so I would be curious. But maybe we can talk later about this, how the experience is generally there. How much time did you spend?
I was there only for a week.
I wasn't.
Yeah, so I might at some point I might go there for maybe for a month and do some work there for the next exhibition. But nothing has agreed yet that if I should go there. But I think that would be ideal. So I would get to know some local artists, and also they would get to know me, and connect with the art community there, and also to get to know the owners of the gallery a bit better, because in 1 week you can only
Say hi.
almost,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
and I don't speak Chinese. I started to study it, but I doubt if it would be good enough that I can speak it. And they don't speak English, so we always had to have someone to translate. So it's also it was a bit complicated, the communication. I mean, everything went really well, and the exhibition space was really beautiful, and yes, I was really happy with the exhibition. But I think it would be nice just to get to know the people that you're working with, and
For sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also to get to know a little bit about China. Yeah.
How did you come across this chance to have an exhibition there?
I was offered this curator Laura König and another curator, Yu. She's a Chinese but lives in Helsinki. They had sent portfolios, artist portfolios to different galleries in China, and then this art gallery happened to like my work, and that's how it.
Oh, it's good that they do these things.
Yeah, because otherwise, I think it's really hard to, as an artist, to contact different galleries. I think they never even read your emails if you or if you send them some portfolios, whatever.
Yeah, I haven't tried myself, but I have read about that it's like paragraph 22 a little bit, like how do you, it's very hard to approach.
Yeah. I think you always need some middleman to at least recommend you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next? Do you have a plan for next year somehow?
Yes, I will have an exhibition in Tampere. There's a new gallery there, showroom Klingendal.
Okay.
They asked me to have exhibition there
Nice.
just a few weeks ago, and
When is it?
it's in April. So I will have I think 5 new paintings and then 5 from the previous exhibition.
April is a very good time.
Yeah,
Exhibition.
yeah. I almost always had my exhibitions, solo exhibitions, in March or April. So
The Finland starts to
to wake up.
Wake up from
Yeah.
from hibernation.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then, if somebody wants to see your work live, then they can do that there.
Yeah. They just have to go to Tampere. Yeah.
Well, it's 2 hours.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
So, what other themes have you explored in your work?
I used to have a new theme for each solo exhibition. So since I started to build the scale models, the first theme was sort of history of astronomy, of telescopes and their observations, and then I had this idea of kids living in this sort of dystopic fairy tale that their parents or all the adults have disappeared, so you only have children living,
Was that Hunger Games a little bit?
No, it was like I was thinking as a happy apocalypse. So they went
Apocalypse.
up, yeah. That they went, fighting for each other, but they more like exploring the world. And I think that started with my sort of childhood fantasy that everyone else except me would disappear from the world, and I would be left alone. So then I could go to the local supermarket and get all the candies,
Oh, there is a Twilight episode about that.
Okay.
But it's a adult man who is the last person
Oh,
on
yeah,
Earth, and
yeah.
everybody else is
Yeah.
dead and gone.
Yeah.
But it's not a happy episode.
Yeah. Mine wasn't.
Yours was, of course, as a kid, it must have been
Yeah, and then I had small children at the time, so I think it was. It's almost always somehow reflecting on my own life, the themes. Yes, and then later I found out that there was a Italian writer who wrote a novel about exactly the same theme. That I think it's when you turn 16 or something, then you catch this disease and then you die. It would have been fun to find out about that novel before I was making the exhibition. It would have maybe could have expanded the theme a little bit. But anyway, yeah. And then when I moved to this studio, I started to work this series titled or called Bromance. So friendship between men. I think that was personally very important for me, and it wasn't so much about friendship. It was, I think, more about masculinity, and
Well, this is pretty topical even nowadays.
Yeah. But I did I always like when I did do the exhibition, then I jump into something else.
Yeah, I've been a bit like that also.
Yeah.
I have to admit.
Yeah, I think it's something that interests me at the time, like sort of outside the art world, and then I mean, at some point I was reading books about astronomy and cosmology, and then 2-3 years later, this exhibition came out.
Yeah.
So this 2014, this exhibition titled Cosmos. So
it is always connected somehow to your own experience.
Yes. So I wonder, these people going through the walls is, I think it's probably midlife crisis or something. But it's almost always women going through the.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
Yeah, but that's I think that's again they are my alter egos. Yeah.
Well, I'll leave the analysis to other people. Curators and such can do that.
Psychologist. Yeah. But I mean, I don't want my work to be sort of personal, that it's about me, but I always want to be that it's on sort of general level, so everyone can sort of somehow relate maybe to the.
Yeah,
with the
I guess
paintings.
that's why you don't paint yourself, but you paint just
Yeah,
general people.
yeah, 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 yeah. They're kind of archetypes. What the figures, I think.
It looks very dreamy somehow, the atmosphere in these. This is usually where I would ask about the process, but we kind of flipped it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's fine, yeah. I mean, your process is very important in your work.
Yeah, because I think when I work with Blender, and even though I'm like putting things together, it's more about photography that I do with the software. So I like still photography is really important. I mean, the software literally has like a camera that you take a picture of the renderings.
Yeah.
So I do I still do photography, or my work is based on photography, but it's just on a different means. It's not digital camera, it's not film camera, it's not even physical camera,
Exactly.
but it's like a virtual camera. Yeah. But I compose. I compose the images, and it's much easier to do on a computer than to do in real life. Like when I was making the scale models, the ones made out of paper, it was sometimes really difficult to sort of manage the situation, because the model, if it was big, it was also very fragile, and then I couldn't get the lights where I wanted, or I didn't have enough lights. But with digital software, you can there's no like physical limits.
Yeah,
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 with
you
the-
can put whatever, whenever,
Yeah,
wherever.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you involve somehow other people in your work, like friends, family, somehow?
Well, I used to have when I was still making the paper models, I had friends and also family posing for me. So then we talked earlier about these figures in the painting, and how it was difficult to make people out of paper. So then one solution was that I made a model, and then I took the photographs of the people, and then I just put them together in
You would
Photoshop.
cut in Photoshop.
Yeah. So I didn't.
You didn't actually print the pictures and
No,
cut them. model.
no. But I did that digitally. So then I was taking pictures of my friends, and for this exhibition with children without parents or adults, then I used a lot of my own kids in the model. Yeah. And it's kind of nice idea that like my daughter's portrait is in the museum, in the collection, and it will stay there for hopefully for centuries. So my daughter is kind of stored there for her image.
Yeah. You have left the mark there in that.
Yeah. And she doesn't, like, she was 3 years or 4 years at the time, or maybe 5. Anyway, quite young, so she didn't mind of me taking
I mean,
photographs.
this is quality time for father-daughter bonding type of thing.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Why would she mind?
Yeah. Now she's a teenager now, so now I think she minds, or would mind.
So how do you sustain your practice nowadays? You said you worked at the Design Museum before.
Yeah.
Now you work with some curators and galleries, or do you do something else?
Well, I teach a little bit, but yeah, it's mostly like grants, working grants, and selling the work. I think that's pretty usual sort of combination for professional artists, that hardly anyone sells enough work to support them.
Yeah, I think there's like a very minuscule percentage that manage to sell enough to survive.
Yeah. So I think working grants they are vital. If you don't have those, then it's almost impossible to work as an artist. I mean, unless you do do some have other job, but it's also like then the problem how to divide your time between the two. I mean, when I was younger and I didn't have family, then working well full time or almost full time, it was manageable, but it wouldn't anymore because I
Yeah,
think yeah.
you need to spend time also with your family, of course.
Yes, and also that I think uh, you, ne- you mostly need to spend time in the studio to make the work. If I would like be here for I don't know 3-4 hours per day, that wouldn't be enough to to get ideas to stay in a sort of working loop. At least for me, it's like that. When I was when I was working in design museum, then I think my work wasn't very good at the time. I was always struggling that I wasn't happy with the work, or it wasn't as good as I hoped it would be, and not just like technically, but more what's the content of the work that it was hard to think with tired brains in a way like
For sure,
yeah
yeah.
yeah so
But maybe with the part-time work, it could work,
it could yeah
depending, I
yeah
guess.
yeah it depends on work. I mean the teaching that I do is part-time, but it is only like I don't know 8 weeks per year, so it's not very much. It's more like refreshing to go to the art school and see the young energetic people there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the grants are great, awesome
Yeah,
that they
yeah,
exist,
yes,
but they're
yeah.
not nearly enough for all the artists, or even like 10% of the artists.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
one can't really rely on them too much,
yeah,
I think.
yeah. Yeah, it took like 10 years before I got my first grant. And then after that, I've got like several working grants. But and I think when I was younger, I thought that, okay, by the time I'm 50, I don't need the grants anymore, that I will be selling enough. But
Not the Finnish reality of
that's
things.
not Finnish
No.
reality. No, yeah, yeah.
Maybe in London people manage to somehow pull it off. Or some
I
of the
think
people, some of the people.
some people, yeah, but I think most don't, and then most of the people have changed the job into something else by the time
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
40 or 50. I think you can do this for I don't know 10 years, maximum 15 if it's like a constant like
Limbo.
yeah yeah
I just watched one video of one of the channel that is pretty respected. This guy talking about the art world and how to be an artist and tips and stuff. And I'm very happy that he said that, what was he saying? That the dirty little secret of the art world
yeah
is that artists have to have jobs.
yeah yeah
Because I think it's not talked enough. Or like this.
yeah
That's why I'm asking everybody, because
yeah
it's a very unrealistic expectation that to have to artists that of course you'll be the whole time in your studio painting or doing your work and live off of that, but that doesn't happen really.
no yeah I mean yeah
If it happens partly, that's amazing, that's great,
yeah
and it's a big success for
yeah
sure.
yeah I mean I think in that sense I feel that the past 10 years have been really successful for me, that I could have spent most of the time in the studio. Like I think sort of 80%, 20% then teaching. And but it's still it's hard to go year after year that it's like it never gets easier in a way. That you can I feel that artists always have to do 100%. You can't even do 90%, otherwise you will kind of fall off from the cart, and then you can never get back. The cart just keeps moving and moving and steady pace. Yeah
No, for sure, then there needs to be the dedication. But I still think you can come back to the card.
Well,
Well, it's going to be a different card, but
yeah, different. Yeah.
it's still you could.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just fantasizing how things possibly could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is how do you see the digital presence of the artist?
Oh, ooh.
A little bit of a switch.
Yeah. Well, I think it's of course you reach wider audience. Like you can people can see your work in Instagram or website or wherever, and of course, ideally, then it would be such a strong experience that they would want to see it on a gallery wall or museum wall, so to come to see my exhibition, or on their own wall, buying the work. It's important to be on Instagram and to post the work there regularly, but it's hard to say what it really brings to the career. Does it I know some people have gotten exhibitions through Instagram, but it hasn't happened to me yet. So I think it's more like a sort of service for the audience that your work is available. I mean, that they can see the work there. And also, I think it's important to show sometimes the process. Like I show my sketches there in Instagram. I think it's nice to get like a little feedback once in a while.
Yeah, I'm usually showing process in my Instagram.
Yeah.
Although I know many artists use it as a showcase to only show the finished work.
Yeah.
But I enjoy watching the process of others.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm posting that as well. I'm thinking like, oh, this is what I want to see also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How often do you go to exhibitions?
Oh, maybe twice a month, and I try to see most of the galleries in sort of central Helsinki, and then museums. It depends what they are showing. And I'll also go to Turku because I have a small cottage near Turku. So especially in summer times, I see almost all the exhibitions in Turku. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. So it's not just like so Helsinki.
Yeah, it's a different kind of art there. Although the artists are kind of the same.
Yeah, no, it's not so different. Yeah.
Do you prefer to go to the openings or to some other time?
It depends. I mean, it's nice to go to openings sometimes, but especially if I go straight from the studio, like been working all day, then I might be like my focus is not very sort of social. So I might just go to the gallery and say hi and be there like a couple of minutes and then just leave and go home. Yeah, and be completely tired. Yeah.
I mean, openings are only 2 hours here, so it's not that long.
No, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
and there's like half the galleries have the opening in the same 2 hours.
Yeah. So I think that's nice when you can just like
walk around.
Yeah, walk around. Yeah.
I feel like if it's like that, they should be at least 3 hours because I'm always in a hurry to go from one place to the next. Because 2 hours is not a lot.
Yeah. And then in every gallery you see someone you know, and you end up talking with people, and so.
Yeah, and then you turn around, and then those 2 hours are gone.
Yeah.
What other places of inspiration do you have?
Oh, libraries, I think. I cycle a lot. I cycle to work, which is like 45 minutes, 1 hour. So I think that's important. Well, the exercise, but also that I have time to think, but also to be like be outside. And from my route, I can see the archipelago and see quite a bit. So it's also really beautiful. And I think it's relaxing. Yeah.
An hour. Well, if I cycle an hour, I will be ready to just take a nap after that. Probably.
Yes, but that's what I did for maybe first 2 years. I cycled to studio. I took a nap and then then I
Okay.
worked. But now I've been doing 10 years, so like now I can.
Yeah.
But I'm still tired. If I cycle back and forth, then I'm tired in the evening. So I can't do anything in the evening except watch television or make a dinner and then watch television and then go to bed. Yeah, it's a very boring life. Yeah,
Well,
very simple. Well, maybe not boring, but very simple. Yeah, repetitive.
well, there are people who like repetition and
Yeah.
predictability of the.
Yeah. I think it would be ideal to have same thing for lunch every day, and it's like Steve Jobs that wore the same clothes every day. I think that would be like really nice, and then in the studio you can be creative, like put all the energy there. You don't have to think about what to eat or what to drink or what to wear, but yeah.
I mean, it's not that difficult to do that, I guess.
No. Well,
You can
yeah.
organize it very easily.
Yeah. I think yeah. In practice, I think I want to eat different things for lunch.
Yeah. I would guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So finally, maybe what I ask everybody always about some names of artists that have kind of influenced your
Influential.
work, or you like their work and follow them.
Yeah. Well, I said Jeff Wall. I mentioned Jeff Wall. He's still influential. Also, German photographer Thomas Demand.
Was he the one that was also doing the models?
Yes. Well, yeah, but he doesn't. They are not models because they are like the scale is 1:1, so they are like life size. But he makes things out of paper. So yeah, he was really influential about 10 years ago. Not so much now, but yeah, I still like his work. Then I think painter Neo Rauch, he's inspiring. And then Edward Hopper, he's always been like I liked his work. Of course, there's been periods that I liked him less, but now I think I like his work at the moment. It's important.
No, interesting. Yeah, maybe that's how it happens. That's you fall out of somebody's work for a while and then you get back to
Yeah.
speaks to you again.
Yeah. I think his work is so sort of well, not really simple, but kind of basic painting. That's just sort of sceneries and people there. So it's like there's no sort of gimmicks. He doesn't try to be anything sort of special. So I think that's one reason that he's been there for since I was teenager. Yeah, like I think one of my first art book is Edward Hopper's paintings.
Well, I am gonna put these into the website. There I have a section where I write all the names,
Yeah,
so anybody can see it and get back to it later.
yeah.
And thank you so much for this talk.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
coming.
with the
Yeah,
exhibition in Tampere.
thank you.